Tuesday, 22nd of November. Usual early rise and looked around Tenby for something to eat. All shops closed.
This is Tuesday morning. It's 8:30 in the morning and we're still in Tenby. We've tried to find somewhere to get something to eat, but they're all closed. So we're about to make off then for Pembroke, which is the wharf where we take off from to go to Ireland. As you can see, it's still very, very foggy. No frost this morning, but very, very foggy and quite cold. It's around about 0 degrees, I'd say. There we go.
So we headed off to Pembroke, where we catch the ferry for Ireland. We had a good look around the town. Right alongside the township is Pembroke Castle. Had a tour through it. It is magnificent. Easily the best kept castle of any we've seen, and by far the most complete.
We're at Pembroke, where we get the ferry over to Ireland. Got 2 or 3 hours to kill. And right in the centre of the town there's this enormous castle. As far as we know, it hasn't got a name. Get the head out of the road, Paul. We'll have time to look at this, and then not much else before we get the ferry. Had some fun finding a spot where we're going to return the car. But eventually we found it after a few phone calls, a lot of driving around. There's the castle. We'll go inside now and have a look. It opens just about now. The base of the castle now, looking across the road. This is a Presbyterian church. And there's some of the residences just off there. So look a bit vague, it's because we've still got a very thick fog and it's now almost 11 o'clock in the morning. We're inside the castle now. It's called Pembroke Castle, we find, and seems to be in perfect order so far anyway.
After that we found the ferry wharf, and after a fair bit of trouble found the drop-off point for the car. We looked around another small village, quite nice and certainly better than Tenby, then returned to the wharf. By the way, from the time we got up this morning we were covered in heavy fog. Anyway, when we returned the car it had clocked 1,200 miles.
Terminal at Pembroke. We're just waiting for permission to go on board the ferry. I'm doing this from inside the terminal, so it's going through a glass pane. I don't know how well it'll come out. Still heavy fog outside. But that's the ferry we're taking. It's 1:45 in the afternoon. But as I say, the fog is as heavy as anything. It did lighten up for a while, but it's just as bad as ever now.
Waited at the wharf for the ferry, but it was late because of the fog, 1.5 hours late. We couldn't see anything over the trip because of the fog. When we arrived at Rosslare in Ireland, the car rental people had closed, so we couldn't pick up the car. We called a cab and asked them to take us to a B&B. We picked a beauty, the best we've stayed in so far. We dropped our gear off, it was 8:30 by this time, and found ourselves a takeaway food place, had a burger, then headed for, a pub. Just for change, we're a bit late in getting to bed, about 10 o'clock, so we had a more normal night's sleep.